Good morning. We are going to do our makeup today with the Underland palette by Ensley Reign. Show you the color story. We're going to prime my eyes and get into this palette. Let me say that I kind of wish that I'd have looked at this palette a little more, because since it's been sitting and kind of gotten cold, for lack of a better word, in my collection, I'm not so sure that I would have purchased it. Okay, we are going to start on the back of my hand, and I don't know exactly how we're going to. This is Twisted Rabbit, starting in the first row. I'm intrigued. Wicked Wildflowers. Ooh, looking at that in the pan, I didn't think I was going to like it. I'm glad I swatched it. This red shade caught my attention big time. It is called the Red Queen, and this is surreal. Okay, I'm starting to change my mind quickly on this palette, on not liking this palette. And I think part of the reason why I'm thinking that way or feeling that way this morning is because I was going to do a blue look because Kentucky won. Okay, we're going to add Nonsense. And Shattered Looking Glass. Oh my, that is gorgeous. And it looks like Cheshire's Curse. I'll have to look with glasses on some of these. Wicked Rose. This is Hallucination. And it's what us old people would call baby puke green. I'm kidding. Jabberwocky. Oh, that's pretty. That is way pretty. Dreadful Dreams. And Shadowland. And I have to keep looking down. I'm sorry, because I can't remember from when I put it on my finger to when I swatch it the names. I can't see for sure if this is Behead or Bedhead. I'm hoping it's Bedhead. And I'm wrong. No, it's Behead. Chaos. And Rabbit Hole. I got a hold on, let me get a clean finger because I got too close to that other one. Rabbit Hole is that right there. Okay. Are we ready to do this? I moisturize my eyes extra because this is going to be interesting. Okay, so I have primed my eyes, and yes, I'm scratching my head because I literally am scratching my head as to where to go. There's so many different directions that I could go for a look with this palette. We're going to, wow, they're just really, so many different directions, and I love all of the ideals popping into my brain. So we're going to just start with Cheshire's I can't say words, curse, just for a place to start. And lay that down in the crease. And go in to Dreadful Dreams, and I'm using mostly just kind of fluffier brushes and picking up very little product at a time and building it up, because this has got some pizzazz to it. So we're going to start right here, and don't freak out on me. There's a method to the madness. Went in and I did something that I don't normally do. I went ahead and lined my eyes with the Clinique Quick Liner for eyes intense style, intense in intense black. I can't get it together. And I did that because I want to go back and I want that line there, but as I'm putting the rest of the look together, I want the line to I want it to minimize that. So what I'm going to do is go back into Dreadful Dreams and just take it this way, just a touch, just to because I want to minimize that line, but I want it to be there. Because it's going to come into play more so with my lashes, and if this were a look that I was actually going someplace, this would be a false lash look. I'm going to hop up here into Nonsense using the same brush that I used on the purple, and to just tap into that. So we're going to just dust that. And I literally mean dust into the outer corner and upward. Because what I'm doing is trying to pull this side of my eye up instead of blunt and down. Okay. I'm going to take Shatter Looking Glass, right softly, as we ain't about a glitter glue today. So we're just using just itty bitty amounts of stuff. See how that worked? And then I'm going to take Shadowland, namely because I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use. So I'm going to do it on the outer edge and pull it forward and kind of meet. Okay, now, see how that looked? It just barely, it kind of gave me a little bit of my blue look that I wanted for today. I haven't used this palette, so I kind of had to make a tough decision. I have curled my lashes, and I'm going in with the Estee Lauder Little Black Primer. And I've been doing my mascara off camera because I make crazy faces. But we are coming to the end of this product, which reminds me, I have some things that would you like to see an empties video? Would you like for me to film that? So I'm going to finish putting on my mascara. I just wanted to tell you this is probably going to be before the end of the month done. Okay, going to show you this because you may already know it, but you may not. But this is old school. The lines that I did under my eyes are a little too harsh. So one of the things that I'm going to do is just kind of smudge it, because I need to remove product instead of just moving it around. So I'm going to take a Q-tip, and you've seen what I just did. So, are we ready for this? Mad scientist time. We're going to use, and I may do this the same way that I did yesterday because I forgot my notes. We're going to go and use number 31, medium neutral. And if you're wondering why I'm just not trying to find a shade that will match, it's because I bought these that should match that do not. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out a way to make them work. And I noticed on the playback, when I put this on for you, you see a darker color than what is actually on my skin. So keep that in mind. Sometimes it is that dark, sometimes it's not. But we're going to use number 12, Fair Warm. We're kind of using a glop, and let's just see what happens. And I'm liking this. I'm liking so far. I think it's going to be the best yet. Let's do this. Oh, maybe not. Maybe a little too light. Little ghostly. We'll fix it. Don't panic. I say that like you all are really panicking. And just so that you know, anytime that I put on foundation, if it's not the right shade or if it doesn't match, I don't panic. I just fix it or wash it off. That's the extent of how that goes. Sitting here waiting for this to dry down, and I have to tell you, I think we may have a working shade match. We're doing a little concealer, and if you wonder why I really don't contour my nose, I look like my father, and I like my nose, so I don't really. Every now and again I'll contour it. For the most part, it's like, hi, Dad. So that's kind of where that is. I'm going to take that right there, and kind of clean that up a little bit. I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. So we have to remember medium neutral and fair warm together seem to be the magic so far. It's still, I also used this, the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I am not, grip stuff is tacky, and although that's what I want it to be texture wise, and with my texture issues, I'm not a fan. However, if it helps this stay on my face, we can work around it. But I put that like below my cheeks, my nose, the areas that I've been having issues with. And I just put a little bit of this across my forehead and under my eyes where we need help with the cracks. I think I finally figured it out. How I'm going to use the other shades, we'll figure out in another time. But I think I figured out how to make this kind of work for me. And I'm using this blush again. And it's so messy still. I don't understand. It's magic hour. I don't quite get it. But I'm using a bigger brush than what I used yesterday so that it'll cover a little quicker. And it's a bit more prominent today on this shade, which is kind of, this mad scientist experiment is the one. This is the one. Alrighty, so here it is. This is where we're landing today. If I'm going to use the shark thing to do my hair, we're going to have to do that after the look, because if my hair keeps falling down in my face, which is not a good plan. Let's get back to what we did, because I think that we have finally found the combination that is working for right now. So let's talk about it, and so that we know. 31 medium neutral, 12 fair warm are what I mixed and put on my face today. It seems to be okay. Now I had to go, to warm my face up a little bit, I had to go in a little bit more with the medium warm and kind of warm things up just a hair. I did not blot this time before I put the Halo Glow in light medium on. I want to try the light because I think that might work better on top of the darker shades that I have. I'm getting makeup all in my hair, most likely. Used this messy stuff, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty One blush in the shade Magic Hour. It's going to be an empty soon, and not so much because I used it all, but because it went everywhere. Used the e.l.f. Just a Dusting, and I mean just a dusting on a big fluffy brush. Started with the T-zone and then just kind of patted everything else, because what I've noticed that happens is that when I do this at first, it's kind of scary. It emphasizes a lot of stuff that maybe not might want emphasized. However, after a while, it starts looking really nice and soft. It's still, even this shade still has a heavy look to me, but it's better. We're getting there. Use my Gimme Brow. Remember, it's 3.75 on my lips. I'll put Rebel from MAC. I could not pick this up. There's a story. Of course there's a story. Before we tell the story, because I'll forget, under my eyes, I used a brush because I forgot to wash my sponge yesterday, and I just used a concealer brush and just barely tapped around my eyes just to set that. I had gotten away from doing that, but it seems to be what I have to do with this e.l.f. foundation. Blotting it and using less, and you can still see there's like a ton of it on the back of my hand. So, and I keep using less and less. Today I used a little bit more because I wasn't paying attention to the lighter color when I squooshed it out. Anyway, the story behind Rebel. I had a shade that was from Revlon that was similar to this years ago. And without thinking, I normally didn't wear darker shades around my parents, my dad especially, because he didn't care for that. So without thinking, one day I got ready. He was having chemo, and I got up that morning. I got ready real quick, put the shade that's similar to this on my lips, and went to Richmond. Didn't think anything else about it. We were sitting in the room while they were preparing my dad for chemo. If you've not ever been through that, it is a thing. Okay, you have to wait. And while you're waiting, you become the same people are having treatment at the same time that you're having treatment. So you become kind of friends with them. And suddenly, they're not coming to chemo anymore. And sometimes you don't ever really know if they got better or passed away. And in some cases, we were there at least once when someone got there's nothing more I can do for you. And it's devastating. It's absolutely devastating, because I will tell you, I don't know of anybody that has had cancer, that has had a cancer battle or journey, that has not fought with everything they have. Moving forward. So we get down to Richmond. We sit through the waiting. We get back into the room with him, and he had a port. So they're flushing his port and everything, getting him a snack, and getting him ready for his chemo. Well, we're in the room with him, my mother and I, because we would go and shop while he had his actual treatment. He would have me take mom to shop. Um, so out of the blue, he looks at me and he says, "That lipstick looks really pretty on you." And I'm kind of like, "Whoa." And he said, "Now take it off." That's my dad. Y'all have a good day. Remember, I am the mayor's daughter. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for the elf mad scientist. I think we've been doing this for a week or more. Journey, we may be on to something. We'll see how it wears today. Have a good day. See you. Bye.